Rejection and failure, two words that strike fear and self-doubt into the hearts of so many people. Nobody wants to experience them. Nobody wants to face the sting of hearing no, the pain of falling short, or the emptiness of watching something you've poured your heart into fall apart. But here's the truth, every successful person you admire, look up to, or hope to become one day has not just faced rejection and failure, but has faced them repeatedly. They are not exceptions. They are proof that these experiences are part of the process. Whether it's getting turned down for a job you thought you were perfect for, watching a relationship that once brought you joy slowly unravel, launching a business or creative project that doesn't catch traction, or simply setting a goal and not reaching it, rejection and failure are universal. They don't discriminate based on intelligence, talent, passion, or potential. They happen to everyone. But what truly separates people, the defining factor between those who rise and those who stay stuck, is how we choose to respond to those experiences. Do we collapse under the weight of disappointment, or do we rise with resilience? Do we interpret rejection as a sign to give up, or as a push to grow stronger and wiser? These moments are not meant to destroy you, they are meant to shape you. Every failure you go through, every door that closes in your face, every opportunity that slips through your fingers, it's all data. It's all experience. And when you begin to shift your perspective from why is this happening to me, to what is this trying to teach me, everything changes. Today, I want to have a real, vulnerable, and powerful conversation about how to handle rejection and failure. Not just how to survive it emotionally, but how to use it as fuel, as a stepping stone, as a powerful force for your own personal growth, clarity, and transformation. The very first thing you need to truly understand, and I mean deep down, not just intellectually, is this: rejection and failure do not define your worth. I want you to let that sink in. They are experiences, not verdicts. They are moments in time, not permanent labels. Just because you failed at something, that does not mean you are a failure. Just because someone said no to you, walked away from you, or didn't believe in you, that does not mean you're unworthy, unlovable, or incapable. It means that something didn't work out in that specific moment, in that particular way, for that specific situation. That's it. But what happens next, what you make that moment mean, is entirely up to you. The problem is, we often let rejection and failure speak louder than they should. We allow them to write stories in our minds. I guess I'm just not good enough. I'll never make it. This always happens to me. Maybe I'm not meant for more. We internalize the loss. We wear it like an identity. But these thoughts are not facts. They are reactions, emotional responses from a place of hurt, fear, and disappointment. And unless we consciously challenge and rewrite those thoughts, they become our default mindset. And here's the scary part: what we believe shapes how we act, and how we act shapes our future. If you believe you're a failure, you'll stop trying. If you believe rejection is proof you're not good enough, you'll play small and stay safe. But I want you to consider a different story, one that is just as true, but far more empowering. Rejection is redirection. Failure is feedback. These aren't cliches. They're facts when you choose to see them through the right lens. Every time something doesn't work out, the world is showing you a path that maybe wasn't meant for you, or not yet. Sometimes the rejection is protecting you from something that would have wasted your time, drained your energy, or taken you further away from your real purpose. Sometimes the failure is there to expose the gap between where you are and where you need to grow. It's not there to punish you. It's there to sharpen you. Every mistake, every flop, every closed door, it's all part of the puzzle. It's teaching you something, but only if you're willing to listen, reflect, and adjust. And here's the truth most people avoid: you cannot grow without failure. You cannot reach your full potential without being rejected. Why? Because those experiences are where the growth lives. That's where you learn resilience. That's where you build mental toughness. That's where you find clarity about who you are, what you value, and what really matters to you. You don't become strong from success. You become strong from struggle. You don't become wise from winning. You become wise from learning, especially when the lesson is painful. It's easy to stay confident when everything's going your way. But how do you show up when it isn't? That's the true test of character. That's what builds real self-respect. So the next time you face rejection or failure, I want you to pause and remind yourself, this doesn't define me. This doesn't mean I'm not good enough. This simply means I'm being called to go deeper, to refine my approach, to try again with more intention. You are not the failure. You are the fighter. You are not the one who gave up, you're the one who showed up, risked it, and had the courage to care. And that is powerful. That is rare. Most people don't even try, but you did. And that alone means you're already further ahead than you realize. Let's be honest, it hurts. Nobody is immune to the sting of rejection. It's okay to feel disappointed. You don't need to pretend like it doesn't affect you. Feel it. Acknowledge it. Give yourself permission to grieve it if you need to, but don't stay there. What you do after the emotion is what counts. The key is to not personalize it. When you say, "I failed," shift that to, "This didn't work, yet." That one word, "yet," can change everything. It turns a dead end into a detour. It keeps the door open for possibility. Some of the most iconic success stories in history were built on foundations of failure. Think about Thomas Edison. He failed over 1,000 times before creating the light bulb. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. J.K. Rowling got rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. What if they had taken failure as the final answer? What if they had stopped after their first rejection? The truth is, successful people don't avoid failure, they learn how to fail forward. They treat it like a teacher, not a verdict. Every failure contains data: what didn't work, what needs adjusting, what you can improve next time. One of the most powerful things you can do is detach your identity from your outcome. Your value as a person isn't tied to how many times you succeed. It's tied to your effort, your growth, and your ability to keep showing up. When you start seeing rejection as a form of refinement instead of punishment, it becomes less threatening. Each no is one step closer to the right yes. Each failed attempt is practice for the version of you who will eventually get it right. Another key to handling rejection and failure is to shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. A fixed mindset says, "I'm just not good at this," while a growth mindset says, "I'm not good at this yet, but I can improve." It's not about pretending everything's okay. It's about believing that with effort, learning, and persistence, things can get better. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I use this as fuel rather than a stop sign? Reframing the situation takes practice, but it's a habit worth building. Also, surround yourself with people who support your growth. People who don't just clap when you win, but who stay when things fall apart. Rejection feels heavier when you go through it alone, but with the right people around you, it becomes easier to get perspective, process your emotions, and get back on track. Don't isolate yourself when you fail. Connect, reflect, and rise together. And don't forget to give yourself credit, not just for winning, but for trying. We live in a world that celebrates outcomes, trophies, and success stories, but we often forget that behind every highlight reel is someone who dared to begin. So many people never even make the attempt. They let fear paralyze them, they let doubt silence their dreams. But you showed up. You took a risk. You stepped outside your comfort zone, even when you were unsure of what would happen. That's not weakness, that's courage in its purest form. Trying, in the face of uncertainty, is one of the most powerful things you can do. And if things didn't go the way you hoped, that doesn't erase your bravery, it amplifies. The only real failure is not trying at all. Every attempt you make, every risk you take, every time you hear no and still choose to keep moving forward, those moments are shaping you. Even when you can't see the progress right away, even when you feel stuck or discouraged, something inside you is growing. Your resilience is growing. Your self-awareness is growing. Your strength is growing. Failure and rejection aren't the end, they're the fire that forges your next evolution. They are the tools life uses to shape you into someone stronger, wiser, more prepared for what's coming. If you're facing rejection or failure right now, if you're in that heavy, raw space where it feels like nothing is working, I want you to hear me clearly. This is not the end. This is not a full stop in your story. It's just a comma, a pause, a necessary chapter in your journey. You are not broken. You are not a lost cause, and you are absolutely not falling behind. You're in the process of becoming who you were meant to be. Becoming someone with grit, with character, with vision. Every setback is molding you. Every disappointment is refining you, and when the time is right, all these hard-earned lessons will come together in a way that makes sense. But you have to keep going. The version of you who refuses to give up, who stands up again after every fall, that version of you is unstoppable. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to keep moving, step by step, day by day, believing that there's more waiting for you beyond this moment. Embrace the lessons. Let the pain teach you, not defeat you. Trust the timing, even if it doesn't make sense right now. Your path is unfolding exactly as it should, even if it feels messy. And most importantly, don't give up on yourself. You are capable of more than you think. You have already survived so much. You've already proven that you can rise. Your story is still being written, and the chapters ahead, those unseen, unwritten parts, might just be the most powerful ones yet. Keep going. Your future self is counting on you.